Org.
358.
103.5 WTOP Radio. Traffic and weather together on the 8s.
In the district, heading outbound on Canal Road from Foxhall Road, the crash is beyond Fletcher's Boathouse and before Arizona Avenue and blocking the left lane of 2 on Canal Road. On the southbound side of I-295, bogged down by the dirt spill. It is southbound beginning before and continuing across the line into Maryland and blocking the left travel lane. Last report, delays already in place before Bowling and Malcolm X Avenue, southbound on I-295. On the northbound lanes of 16th Street, just after Alaska Avenue, the crash was blocking the left lane. On the northbound lanes of Interstate 95, between Triangle and exit 152 Dumfries, the crash in the northbound direction, blocking the right lane. I'm Bob Marburg, WTOP Traffic.
It's another searing hot day today, even worse than yesterday. Temperatures in the mid-90s. Tomorrow, temperatures will be into the high 90s. A heat advisory is out again. Then some weather front brings through some thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon late, and not as hot as we get on into Wednesday and especially Thursday refreshing. Weather updated around the clock on WTOP Radio. I'm ABC 7 meteorologist Bob Ryan.
Sunny, hazy, 93, feels like 103.
At 359.
This is WTOP News, traffic, weather, on air, online, mobile. WTOP FM Washington, WTOP FM Braddock Heights Frederick, WWWT-FM Manassas Fredericksburg, worldwide on WTOP.com.
Good afternoon, I'm Hillary Howard.
I'm Sean Anderson. Coming up.
Talks of a cleaner bay amidst predictions of dead zones. This is Hank Silverberg in Richmond.
That familiar flash in your rearview mirror, now at these intersections. I'm Adam Tuss.
Coping with heat in the gym without air conditioning. I'm Dick Iuliano.
On Wall Street, the Dow down 152, NASDAQ 58, S&P 24.
It's 4 o'clock.
CBS News. I'm Harley Carnes. All sides are saying it, no choice but to get down to brass tacks on taxes, on spending and the national debt, with time growing shorter by the day. And today's meeting at the White House has ended.
The reason we've got a problem right now is people keep on avoiding hard things. And I think now's the time for us to go ahead and take it on.
House Speaker John Boehner says the two sides remain far apart, and while he wants to raise the debt ceiling and avoid default, his conditions must be met, and that includes bigger spending cuts and no increase in taxes, now or in future years.
The American people will not accept, and the House cannot pass, a bill that raises taxes on job creators.
Boehner says he hopes to reach a deal, but it takes two to tango, and Democrats have to drop demands for more revenue and agree to more cuts in Medicare and other entitlements. Bob Fuzz, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
On Wall Street, the Dow was down today 151 points. NASDAQ lost 58, and the S&P was down 24. Investment advisor Hugh Johnson says uncertainty makes the markets jumpy.
Let's call it uncertainty and the loss of confidence based on the uncertainty and the inability of the U.S. political machine to get its act together.
He says the European debt crisis and sluggish economies in China and Japan are also part of the mix. Some big thunderstorms in the Midwest. Trees flew, lights went out. Students at a middle school in Urbana, Iowa.
I can't believe this used to be my school. Just in pieces all around me.
It was really shocking that this much damage.
Was it a tornado? We don't know that yet. High temperatures have been creating some huge thunderstorms, though, in the region. The new defense secretary says Iraq needs to make some decisions, and Iran needs to stop making weapons.
We cannot just simply stand back and allow this to continue to happen.
Defense Secretary Leon Panetta says the U.S. will not walk away from the challenge posed by Iran arming Iraq's Shia militias. They've been targeting U.S. soldiers with rockets and armor-piercing explosives.
We've seen the results of that. In June, we lost a hell of a lot of Americans as a result of those attacks.
Panetta in Iraq for his first visit as defense secretary also blasted the Iraqis for having not yet decided whether to request U.S. forces stay on past December. Cammie McCormick, CBS News, Washington.
The U.S. State Department filed a formal complaint against Syria for not preventing the attack by 300 or more people on the U.S. Embassy and the ambassador's residence in Damascus. No Americans were hurt. State Department spokeswoman Victoria Newland.
It's the Syrian government's responsibility to provide security at the embassy, and they clearly failed in that responsibility.
You don't need a home to be in love. Cupid can shoot homeless people, too. Verdell Sturm and Robert Anderson, longtime residents of a homeless shelter in Boise, Idaho, have gotten hitched. Other residents and volunteers pitched in to pay for a small reception and a wedding cake. This is CBS News.
The first 60 minutes after a traumatic injury is when a life is saved or lost. Teaching hospitals train